Happy Wednesday.
Welcome to Cooking Corner Live. Go ahead and make sure you're signed into a YouTube account if you want to be able to chat with us. And we will get started in just a minute.
You could drop your name in the chat too. We'd love to say hi. What are we making today?
Today we are making quesadillas, but we're going to do them a little fancy. So I'm very excited for this. I'm pretty hungry right now, so
Me too.
looking forward to eating our quesadillas.
Yeah.
Awesome. So should we get started by going over our ingredients?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Okay, so I guess I'll go over the ingredients. Where's the cheese? Okay, so first we have our tortillas. These are whole grain tortillas, and they're pretty big. We also have our cheese here. This is a blend of some different kinds of cheeses. So we have this. We also have this can of vegetarian refried beans. That's what it looks like. We have already opened the can using our can opener. And we have some other optional ingredients like corn. We have this can of corn. You can also use frozen corn. And we have a bell pepper. This one's orange. And our salsa as a topping, and Greek yogurt as a topping. So those are all of our ingredients that we're going to be using today. Would you like to go over our materials?
Yes. So this is the first time that we are going to be using a heat source. So make sure that if you're making this at home or want to make it at home, that you have a parent's approval and that they can help you with this, because using the stove, you always want to make sure that you ask a parent or a guardian first. So we are going to be using a frying pan and a spatula to cook our quesadilla. And to prep our ingredients, we're just going to need a cutting board and a knife. And this is really only for the peppers. Everything else we kind of just assemble and can cook without needing a cutting board or knife.
Exactly. Yep. And then also something that's totally optional is any spices or seasonings that you'd like to add. So we actually have this taco seasoning. So we'll talk more about that in just a minute. But you can use any seasonings that you like or that you have at home. So should we get started?
Yes, I think so.
Awesome. So which kind of what are you making today?
Okay, so we're going to make two different kinds of quesadillas. Mine is going to have cheese in it, and Miss Maria is not, because she prefers not to have dairy. So if you are allergic, lactose intolerant, this is perfect because you'll learn how to make a quesadilla or a wrap with no cheese, which is awesome. So I will get started first with mine. So I will use a plate to assemble.
Awesome. Yep. And we have both just washed our hands before we started cooking. So always make sure that before you start cooking, you have clean hands.
Yes. Okay. So let's see. Going to start out my assembly process by getting out a tortilla. So we have these kind of big tortillas. They're whole wheat. So when we cook it, we're going to fold it in half. So right now, I guess to assemble it on a plate like this.
Here, let's get a close up.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So here's our tortilla on our plate. The first thing that I'm going to add is some cheese. So we have this Mexican blend cheese, which has a bunch of different kinds, like cheddar and jack cheese and quesadilla cheese. So it's already pre-shredded, which is awesome. See in there. So I think I'm going to just put this. Oh, actually, I changed my mind. So this will go on after, but first I want beans, and I think this will be easier to put on first. Okay.
Good tip.
Yes. So we're going to start out with some of our refried beans. So maybe I'll put like a scoop and a half. So these are vegetarian refried beans. They have. Do you want to? What are some of the ingredients in our beans here?
In our beans, so these refried beans are made with pinto beans, and then it also has tomato paste, and then some seasonings like salt, chili pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and it has some oil in there. So
very nice. So some beans and spices, it sounds like. So I did half of my tortilla with a little coating of beans. It kind of looks like I'm making a peanut butter and jelly. So we started off with that. Then next, I want to add some corn. So we have some canned corn here. We opened this right before and didn't do anything to it, so I'm just gonna make sure I don't get too much of the water. If you see in the can, the corn is kind of floating in some water. We don't want a soggy quesadilla, so we'll just take the kernels out, of course, and sprinkle that on here.
That looks good. And you can also use fresh corn for this, or frozen corn. It's a good option also.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice.
So there we go. And now my cheese.
Now the cheese.
We could have done it out of order, but we want to make sure that the beans stuck to the tortillas.
Yes.
Okay.
So just like a sprinkle all over?
Yeah, I like a lot of cheese. So
maybe we should turn that on.
Okay. So we have our beans, our layer of corn, and our layer of shredded cheese. So next, oh, you know what? I'm also going to put some seasoning. I'm all over the place. So here's our taco seasoning here. The beans are already seasoned, but why not add a little bit more, right?
Yes, of course.
So I'll open this up and add a little pinch of seasoning. This smells so delicious. Ooh. Okay, and the seasoning's in here. Do you want to read what's in here?
Sure. Oh, well, actually,
I ripped it off.
The ingredients are on here. Let's see. So there's a whole bunch of spices in here, including salt, chili pepper, paprika, onion, and garlic. So that sounds delicious.
There we go. All seasoned up.
And it smells really good already, and it's not even cooked yet.
Okay, so now that we have everything on half, fold it in half like a quesadilla. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, so my next step, I have my skillet right here, and we're using this hot plate because we don't have a stovetop in this kitchen. But our next step is to just put our quesadilla right on to our pan. So I'm going to use my little flipper here and get this out.
And how high is the heat on this pan?
So we don't want it to burn, and we want the cheese to melt. So I'm putting it on like low to medium. So keep it pretty low. We want a consistent heat. Again, we don't want it to be super crispy, but we want the inside cheese to melt and everything to get super warm. So I'd say, low to medium. And then while it cooks, I'm just going to put this little piece of aluminum foil over it. If you have a lid, maybe you can do that, but we want the cheese to melt.
Awesome. So while this is cooking, I am going to start on getting mine ready. And we have, in the comments, we have some corn love going on.
Dave says he loves corn.
Awesome. So this quesadilla has corn in it, and the one I'm going to make, I might also use corn, but I have this amazing looking pepper. So this is a bell pepper, so it's not spicy at all. And I love the color of this. It's so bright and just very fun color. So I'm going to start by cutting it up. So let me cut it in half. And I'm going to cut it into little pieces, but you can cut it however you like.
So a bell pepper. Most people think that a pepper is a vegetable, right?
Yes.
But is a bell pepper a vegetable?
Technically it's a fruit. Fun fact. But it's also considered a vegetable. So I love bell peppers, and I like bell peppers they can be green, red, orange, yellow. They can even be purple actually, which is really cool. And I like the orange and the yellow ones the best because they're kind of sweet. So I have mine cut in half here, and I am not going to be using the little stem part. Put that to the side, and I'm just going to be cutting this into some little pieces. If we had more time today, I might want to saute the pepper pieces first, but we don't have too much time. So let's see. First, I'm cutting them into kind of strips like this. This is actually my favorite way to eat bell peppers. I like to dip it into like either salad dressing or hummus or something like that, and it's an awesome snack. Then I'm going to take them and cut them into little pieces.
Is there a certain color pepper that you like better than others?
I think I like orange the best.
Wow,
It's my favorite color pepper. How about you? What's your favorite?
I like the yellow ones.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're really sweet.
Yeah, they are. So this looks great. So I have them cut into little pieces like this. You can cut them however big you like. Let me just cut one more piece here. Okay, so here's my peppers. And should we check on your quesadilla and see how it's doing? Okay, so let's take a look.
So it actually smells really good over here. So the aluminum foil doesn't get super hot, but if you have a lid on your pan, you want to make sure that you use like a towel or oven mitt, that's the word, to take it off to make sure you don't burn yourself. So I'm looking here. Looking inside, I can see the cheese is starting to melt, which is awesome. And the underside is starting to get a little brown, so I think I'm just going to flip it over.
Okay.
So again, if you have a parent, you want maybe some help with this because this could be tricky. So let's see. Oops.
Oh yeah, I can see the other side is getting a little bit toasty.
There we go. Oh yeah, so
let's get a
look how
close up.
you can see there's a little bit of brown spots, still a little crispy.
Yum.
And so now we're going to brown the other side, and I will put my top back on.
Awesome.
Here we go.
Starting to smell good too. Awesome. Ooh, and we get some in the chat. I like red peppers. So anyone else in the chat, let us know your favorite. Actually, wait, I have a pepper mask on today. I didn't even do that on purpose. So
Wow.
amazing.
Great planning.
I know. Okay, so now I'm going to start putting my quesadilla together. So when Miss Marin's is done cooking, I can put mine right in. So let me move this up. And get mine out. Okay.
These are such giant tortillas.
These are, look, it's even bigger than the plate.
This would definitely work if you had smaller tortillas. You could either do a small 1.5, or you could even do 2 on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And you can use, sometimes you see the wraps that are like spinach wraps. You could do it with that, or a corn tortilla. There's really so many different ways that you can make a quesadilla.
Yeah. These tortillas are actually made of whole wheat and flax seeds. So we're using this because we love whole grains.
Yes.
So it's a great option. All right, so I'm just gonna do the same thing that Miss Marin did. Putting my refried beans on here and kind of spreading them all out on one of the halves of the tortilla. Let's see. Ooh, this looks good. Leave in the chat box what your favorite way to eat beans is.
Oh, someone hi in the chat.
Hello. Welcome. Okay.
Awesome. What's your favorite way to eat beans, Miss Maria?
I like burritos, but I also lately have been liking making soups with beans. It's a great, easy way to eat beans. You just throw them into any soup that you're having, and yeah, it's my favorite. What's yours?
I like rice and beans.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Okay, so here I have my beans on my tortilla, and I'm going to take my pepper that I cut up here. Look at it, it's so beautiful. And kind of sprinkle it all over. Like that. And the pepper kind of sticks on there because of the beans. Wow, this is looking so good. And I'm going to also be putting some corn on mine because, you know, yours looked so good.
What other veggies could we put inside of our quesadilla, do you think?
Ooh, I mean, you can use any kind of veggies, which is a really awesome part about this recipe. I think I would like spinach in this. I think that would be really good.
Okay.
Add some green. Let's see. What do you think you would add? What's another veggie?
I like tomatoes. I would put tomatoes in it, maybe. And sometimes I like things a little spicy too. You could put jalapenos.
Oh yeah, you could put
something.
some spicy peppers. That's a great idea. In a salad. Yeah.
Very nice.
Very nice way. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to add before I start cooking mine is the taco seasoning. So just a little bit. These actually are meant to cook meat in, so it has a lot of salt. So we're only adding like a pinch. Let me see, because I don't want it to be too salty. Although I do love all of these spices that are in here. So I'm just gonna put a pinch of this all over, and it smells so good. Okay, so let me get a close-up. So this is what it looks like now. And I'm going to be folding it in half like this, kind of pressing it down. And then once Miss Marion's is done cooking, this one's going to go on the pan. So you think it's time to take a look at yours?
Let's check it out.
Okay, so
I'll get my plate ready just in case. So I want to check the bottom, see if it got browned a little bit. So let's see if our cheese is melted. Ooh, it is. So since the cheese is melted, I'm going to take it off because I don't want it too crispy.
okay.
And
Awesome.
it will wait for it to cool down while yours cooks. How does that
Awesome.
sound?
That sounds great. Okay, so I'm just gonna
Here, you want to switch with me?
yes. Okay, so mine is just gonna stir down. I'm gonna use my hands for this, and oh, perfect.
Beautiful.
Okay, and then I'm also going to put this tinfoil on top. Oh wait, this is your tinfoil.
I'll get you.
So we are. Let me turn up the heat a little bit, and we're just gonna let this cook, get nice and crispy on the bottom, and meanwhile, this one will cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Awesome. So here, come on over. We also have some fun toppings that we're going to be doing today. So we have our salsa here, and we also have Greek yogurt right here.
Yeah.
So we're using Greek yogurt instead of sour cream, which might be more common. But so we have today.
Yeah, so I actually am going to make a little mixture of both. So why don't I do that now? So we are using plain Greek yogurt. It probably wouldn't be super good to do like a flavored one. So this is just yogurt, no sugar, no like blueberry flavoring or anything like that. So it tastes really close to sour cream. So I am going to put a little dollop of this in my cup. Maybe a little more. And then I'm going to put a little bit of salsa and mix it up because That's yummy.
Awesome.
Okay, so our salsa here, we just got some salsa from the like shelf section, but you could also make your own or anything like that. So I'll put a little bit of salsa.
And then you're just gonna mix it up?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so
here, I'll show. So we have our sour cream and our salsa.
awesome.
I mix it up to make like a little pink salsa-y dip.
Nice.
And it's super yummy.
Yep. And our salsa here is made with tomatoes, of course, but also jalapeno peppers and onions and some spices. So I think this is gonna be really good.
Yeah, so there we go. There's our pink quesadilla dip that I'm going to dip my quesadilla in.
Nice.
And what are you gonna use to dip?
I think I'm just gonna use the salsa. I love salsa. It's one of my favorites. So I'm just gonna pour some in a cup. And actually, you know what? I think I'm gonna add some of our taco seasoning to make it a little bit more spicy. Maybe not spicy, but
flavored.
A little more flavorful. Yeah. So I'm just gonna put a little pinch of this in, and then I'm gonna mix it up. You could also mix some corn in here. That might be fun.
Ooh, that would be fun.
So let me get my.
Do you like your salsa spicy?
I do.
I like my salsa really spicy. So I wonder what this. Oh, this is medium. So there's, as far as I've seen at the grocery store, there's like 3 or 4 different levels. Mild is not spicy, or not very spicy at all. Medium is next level up, and then there's hot and probably extra hot. So we got like the middle of the road kind of spice. So that's exciting.
Yep. So I'm just mixing my extra taco seasoning up with my salsa, and it smells really good.
Awesome. Do you wanna?
Yeah.
Check
Should we check on ours? Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna be very careful because it's gonna get pretty hot over here. And let me look at the bottom. Not quite. So we're gonna give it another minute. And let's see.
Is that light on?
No. Gotta make sure that your stove is on. Okay. Well, in the meantime, do you think you're ready to try yours? Do you think?
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have a knife here if you'd like to cut it.
Okay. So I have my quesadilla that's just been chilling over here. Again, we'll take a look. It has a little bit of brown on the top. And I'm going to slice it into little triangles. So, ooh, it looks so yummy. Yay. So there we go. We have our cheese, which is all melty. Ooh, you guys, take a look at this. Cheese, corn, beans. Yum.
Yum.
And I'm going to dip it in my sauce. So let's try it. Miss Maria's out of the way, so I'm going to take my mask off. Yum. This is so yummy. You have the beans, which are super yummy and hold everything together, kind of like a glue. Cheese and corn. And then this like cools it down with this Greek yogurt and the salsa. It's so yummy. It's really, really good.
Cool.
I would recommend.
Ooh, it looks good.
Yeah. How is yours doing?
Mine is not doing too well. So we have this hot plate here that we're using today because this kitchen doesn't have a stovetop. And unfortunately, it turns off when it gets too hot. So it's currently not cooking.
Will it turn on now?
No.
Okay. So, I mean, yours does not have any cheese in it.
That's true.
So technically.
Yeah. It's, you know what? It is a little bit warm because the pan was warm from when we cooked the first quesadilla. So the good thing about mine is that everything that I put inside of it can be eaten cold. It doesn't need to be cooked all the way through. I don't have any meat or any raw meat or anything like that. So this is actually perfectly fine to eat uncooked.
Awesome.
So I think I might take it off and make it into a wrap instead.
Ooh,
so
resourceful.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how Miss Maria is gonna do this.
So
That's
me
awesome.
put it back on my plate. Like, oh, very nice.
Perfect.
Turn this off, even though it's not on. And I'm going to be, luckily it's not hot so I can touch it. I'm going to unwrap it and I'm going to try to roll it up into more of a wrap.
Very nice. It still looks yummy.
It does look good and it still smells really good, especially the taco seasoning with all those spices. So I'm going to roll it up like this, and luckily I still have my salsa here all ready to go, so I think I'm going to try it. So basically this is what it looks like. And you know what? I'm going to cut it in half so we can get a closer look at it. Yeah. See if we can cut all the way through without cutting the plate. Ooh.
Yum.
Okay, so this is what it looks like. We have beans, our peppers, and our corn in there, and it smells really good. So here, can I put this up a little bit? I'm going to give it a taste and I'll let you know what I think. So I'm gonna take my mask off, so Miss Marin's gonna go away, and I'm excited to try this. I'm a little disappointed that the stovetop didn't work out, but this is another great option. So I'm going to dip mine into my salsa and give it a taste. Mmm. That was really good. I love the flavor of all the seasonings that are in the taco seasoning, the chili powder and the onion and the garlic. And because mine didn't cook all the way through, the peppers are still raw, so they're really nice and crunchy, which is awesome. And yes, it does look like a burrito. And it's still super delicious, even though, and it's a little bit warm, which is also nice. So I totally recommend it. I would definitely eat this even if it was totally cold and hadn't been heated up at all. Still really good. So love it. And the salsa is really nice with a little extra spice in there. So let me put my mask back on.
If this ever happened to you, I bet you could also, unfortunately we don't have a microwave, but a microwave would also be a good option to heat up your wrap or even your quesadilla. It wouldn't be crispy, but your cheese would melt and it would get super warm. So sometimes things happen, but you know, there's always other ways to get a yummy and delicious snack. So
yes, awesome. All right, well, we hope you enjoyed, and if you ever make this, let us know. Give us a thumbs up. Yeah. So we will be doing our cooking show again next week, Wednesday at 2 o'clock, back on our channel. So if you are subscribed or go to our main page, you'll see the video. And what are we making next week?
Next week, we are going to be making strawberry and pepper salsa. So I'm super excited. Next week is going to be Cinco de Mayo. So we're doing a little salsa recipe. And yeah, it's going to be really good. I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited too. All right. Well, thank you for watching, and we hope everyone has a great Wellness Wednesday.
See you next week.
Bye.